Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back in the World of Tanks Garage. Today, we are going to take out our 62A. My platoon mate is going to be running his American M48 Patton. So, like I said before, I love this tank. The DPM on this tank is out of control. The turret is an awesome turret. If you can get, hold down someplace, you can sit there and bounce rounds, and you can just dig in and make shot after shot after shot with this tank. Laser gun cannon, I love it. I can't say anything really bad about this tank. The only thing I can say is sometimes I find that the speed, mobility of it puts me in a position that I don't need to be in too soon, and I can find myself against tanks that I can't battle. So with that being said, let's go ahead and find ourselves a match, shall we? All right, guys, let's see what we got going on here today. So, I'm always conflicted on this map. There's two ways that I always get concerned about playing this map. One is too many people go in the valley and not enough people go into town. And we've got a Bat Chat and 62A I see on the other team. So, what I like to see on this map usually is a few tanks go into the valley to help, like 4 tanks, maybe 3 or 4 tanks, with artillery covering it. And then a good majority of the tanks to go cruising down towards town. That way they can be seen. Now the problem that ends up happening here is I'm going to roll out on this road and I'm going to peek this hill and hopefully spot something. Now what ends up happening is if my team starts to push town and they start to see something out here, they stop and shoot and allow the other team to get pushed all the way around. So it's kind of a catch-22. Like you want a spot, but then again you don't want them to get held up going to town. So that's where I always kind of struggle with this map. So I can see the Bat Chat's already got position on me. He's already in town. So I'm in trouble. I got to get out of here. I can't be here. I got to go. I got to get out of this spot that I'm in. I hear arty shells already raining down. That means they got shots on us. So I'm going to dip back here with my platoon mate and just kind of dig in back here. So I get back here and I'm looking around, kind of assessing everything. It looks like we're pretty well balanced on the team. We're a little heavy over here in this town, or in the valley. But I figured I'd come over here, take a quick little peek, see if I get a shot or two into somebody. I get a shot into the E100. I was hoping to track him. So then the Jagdpanzer pulls back up, ready to take another shot, but then he's detected. He's not quite sure, and I don't like when he's backing back and forth like this because I'm always worried that I'm going to take a round from artillery. So with that being said, I'm like, you know, I'm going to dip over here, just kind of watch and keep an eye on these guys. So I dip back around, kind of see if I can maybe get some shots on some of this, like this STI and stuff in town. Because I don't want them to push through too hard. You can see our guys kind of give up on their push. They came across and there was only a few of them that went into town and the rest of them kind of held back. I tried to get a shot into the ST, but I missed it. I see a couple other shots that I'm trying to get to, but they're just kind of behind the buildings. I just hit the building there on that one too. I'm like, these are really, really hard shots to make from this position here. But I can see that they're pushing through. Now I'm starting to kind of worry about what's going on here because I see that they're pushing, and I'm going to fall back behind this little rock right here. And that's what I'm telling my platoon mate. I got to get behind something because I don't want to get shot at anymore. So I'm going to dig in right here and see if I can support those guys when they come out and try to attack these guys. I just don't quite have enough height. That's the one thing I hate about this tank, is it is a little short. So I see I got some shots on these guys, so I'm going to wait here. I blind fire him, get a nice little shot into him, and he gets behind the rock. So now I got 3 tanks that are pushing this mouse over there, and I'm really worried about these tanks in this town. Like I'm like, oh my god. So I see the 75, I get a shot into him. Now my reload on this thing is awesome, so I'm just gonna keep tracking these guys. And keep tracking. I'm gonna wait for shots. 50B. Don't know what happened to that shot. Don't know if it fell short or whatever. I see the WZ. I shoot him, and boom, 1390. Ammo racked him. He was ammo racked, and I shot him. That guy was 1-2. Now I took a shot right there, and I'm like, okay. So how am I being detected, and by what? Like, how am I detected that far away? I wasn't quite sure how I was being detected. So I see this guy fire, and I was like, gotcha. So I put a round into him. He fires another round, bounces off my turret. I put another one into him. Gotcha. He still got me detected. He puts another round towards me. I shoot over, I miss. I see it's a 50B there as well, so I'm going to start working on him. The STI, I'm like, come on. Yes. Thread to the needle. I see I got another shot coming from over this way. So I'm going to put another shot over here and see what ends up happening. And nothing's there. Nothing there at all. So I'm like, okay, they've pushed out. So I'm trying to stay dug in here because we're losing tanks. The valley is falling. The town is falling. We're losing numbers. These guys are getting outnumbered. There's nothing I can do to help this poor mouse. He's getting turned from every direction right now. So I'm hoping that the bat chat backs back into me a little bit so I can get a shot. My platoon mate is trying to help out the valley, and he's not having much luck. And we're just like, we're trying to just stay dug in right now the best we can. I see the D75. I put a round at him. It bounces. I'm thinking, okay, give me the side of that turret. Come on. Come on, back up. Give me the side of that turret. Oh, and he's just behind the building. So I see the bat chat, so I hit him, and I put him on fire. He uses an extinguisher and gets it put out. I just missed him. That building was in the way. So I'm just going to stay dug in here. Now, I've lost my eyes over there, so now I'm in big trouble. So I decided to fall back a little bit further just because I've lost my eyes over there. And now I'm being pushed by 2 tank destroyers and an artillery coming down this side. So I'm really starting to panic now. And it's a WT off. So I go ahead and I put a shot into him, make him know that I'm here. Hopefully my artillery or this tank destroyer behind me will put some shots in. Now I'm getting shot from out in the distance, and I can't see where I'm getting shot from. So now I'm really struggling. I don't want to push out there and try to attack this WT just due to that fact. So I see the T75. I put a shot into his lower plate and kill him. 103's got to be next. He's moving ground quickly. I've got to deal with him. He's moving, and I just don't have a shot on him. But I'm being detected as well. So I'm really kind of worried. I'm like, come on, I've got to get this WT off. I put a shot, which was not a clean shot. I just tried to hit him with something to slow him down. My platoon mate falls back over to give me a hand. He puts a shot into him. Now we kind of got this 103 pinned down, but I'm getting pushed by now an E100 or a WT off and E3. So I'm trying to just like move around, stay moving. I know I'm not going to pin this, but I give it a shot. And at this point, I'm about ready to charge this guy. I'm thinking, okay, I might go ahead and try to track this guy and put a charge into him. So I go ahead and I see his track. I put a track shot into him and he destroys me. At that moment, I was going to put a track shot in him and try to get around him and hopefully deal with the off and him the best I could before I died. But I got his track, but then he got me. He just got reloaded faster than I could. Now my poor platoon mate is doing everything he can to stay alive. At this point, I'm telling him, fall back, fall back, fall back. Just fall back off that hill. Don't sit there in front of this guy. Just fall back, fall back, fall back. Just fall back, just fall back. I said, okay, now go back to your right. Use those tanks over here and these rocks for cover and try to see if you can kind of dig in and get some shots. Because sitting there in front of that guy was just going to get him killed. So now he's got this guy here, so I'm telling him just use that cover and just play for damage right now. Just get as much as you can, stay behind it, see if you can get some shots on that 103, get some extra damage on your plate, just because I know at this particular point we're probably not going to win this battle. I was hoping the artillery was going to help him out, is what I was really hoping, was that he was going to be able to hit this E3 and reset the flag and help us out. He went up, he got a shot into the E3, which helped reset the flag. And now the Artie's reloading. He's got side shots on that E3, but he waited just a little too long, and the E3 turns and gets a shot into him. He was doing everything he could to stay alive, but this E3 was being patient. He was bobbing, he was weaving, he was doing everything he could to try to hide everything he could from that E3. I told him, just stay alive if you can at this time. He reset the flag. I thought he died there, but apparently he didn't. Maybe it's this shot that kills him. I don't think he survives, but at this point he was playing a fairly decent game, and now it got reset really good, so I'm just like, stay alive, and there came the shot. I thought it was sooner than that, but he pushed his luck a little too much with that E3 and finally paid the price. But he gave a good valiant effort, and he got quite a bit more damage out of that just by hanging out there at the end. So well played on my platoon mate. It was a good thing he backed off that hill and came over here and got himself into a better position to get in some more shots into that 103. What I was really hoping that he was going to be able to do was to allow this guy a little more time to cap the flag, because they kept resetting the flag. But it turned out it was a really, really close match. If he could have stayed alive probably another 20, 30 seconds and reset it a couple more times, they might have been able to pull it off. We were only 6 seconds out of that. Just a disappointing loss. But with that being said, I did 4,334 damage in that tank. That just shows you how deadly that 62A can be. In the short amount of time that I played in that game, with the damage per minute in that tank, it is brutal. It is an assassin. Look at that scoreboard. I did almost, let's see, that guy did 3,000. So yeah, so 3,000. I almost did 1,300 more than everybody else. I fired 21 rounds, 15 hits, and 10 penetrations. That just shows you how freaking deadly that tank can be. It is just fast firing, and damage per second or per minute is just out of control. As you can tell by those stats, it's crazy. We caused so much damage. I mean, we did get that one hit for 1378 on that poor guy, which was an ammo rack. So that was a good majority of our hit, but we still could have made that 1,300 pretty quickly. But that was a good amount of our damage, was 1378 for one hit on that ammo rack. But I felt bad for that poor WZ. He got 1-2'd. He got ammo racked. He didn't fix it fast enough. I put one shot into him that finished him off. So he had a very, very, very bad game. But overall, my platoon mate did well. We did well, even though we lost. I'll take it. I'll take it. Damage for me in some of those games that we lose, I can say that even though we lost, I can walk away from that loss feeling like I did everything possible for my team to try to win. And my platoon mate as well. He gave it a valiant effort at the end to try to hold those guys off to keep resetting the flag along with artillery. They almost pulled it off. Like I said, it was a 6-second loss, which is like disheartening to lose by 6 seconds. But we tried everything we could to tie them up. But again, 4,334 in damage, 800 blocked, 312 assisted, 3 kills. I'll take it. If you guys enjoyed this episode, though, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons there as well. So until next time, guys, we'll see all your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.